Good evening, ladies, gentlemen. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all doing very well wherever you are. It's currently the Mercury's rising rapidly here over in wonderful Manchester in the United Kingdom, and I feel like, chilling with a bit more Final Fantasy XIV and seeing just how miserable the Scions' lives can get today. Everything just... There's never a clean win for them. It's all Pyrrhic victories all the time. It's all bad always. The Scions buy a fan, the shit hits it. They buy a new one, the shit hits that one too. It just keeps happening over and over again. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty more of that to look forward to in this particular main story quest line I'll be doing today. Right, we'll wait for these 50 people to all cram through the digital door that is the entrance to Heavensward, the world, not the person. That would be weird and horrible and terrifying. Eee. Where we last left off, we managed to, prevent Ishgard from burning itself down because, half of the people here had the brainworms of, you killed the Archbishop. You're clearly, plotting to overthrow him for some reason, even though he was a madman. And we can't make peace with dragons? What kind of craziness is this? So, yeah, we defeated all the brainworm people. But, they're still playing more soon. We've got to find more Scions. We found Thancred last time he turned up. And then the Warriors of Darkness, yeah, they showed up as well. And then we had a little scrap, or rather, my player character just kind of stood there like a lemon for a little bit. Anyways, Tara's going to give us stuff to do. I've been stood here all this time. Hey, we got some of the gang back together. Alphina's just like, I'm gonna get owned by her again. She's gonna make my life miserable, and I'm here for it. Oh snap! We're gonna find Nymphilia. Heideling's a big fan of the old Deus Ex Machina. I mean, Heideling literally is the Deus, and she brings the Ex Machina. It leaves the fresh scent of pine. It's quite alright, Thancred. Your brain got microwaved and formatted. It was, it's not your fault. Thancred's just going to carry her in a big box, isn't he? I'm surprised there's that much of the castrum left, because the Ultima spell that the Ultima weapon cast ultimately did destroy it. Mostly, ultimately. I don't know. Alright, back to Limson Lomins. The pirate place. Pirate City. Piratesville. Right, let's see how many people are in the Epherai Square and how much my computer just suddenly groans under it. Yeah, it's a busy old time as always. Yep, straight off the boat, as it were. Hey, there they all are. Minfilia's mum and Hori Boulder and Coltnet. The, you know, the gladiator conjurer duo that can't be beaten unless it's by me, and then I feel bad about it. Oh, good old Flyer. She's got the grandmother. She's got like, oh, let me take a look at you. You've been eating right. I'm just imagining an 80s style montage of Boulder and Coltnet just training constantly. Sounds a bit of Joe Esposito. Yeah, about that Flamin. How do we put this? Oh dear. As of right now, we are. Prior to this, nope. Oh, I've missed you, Hori Boulder. I have missed you, very much so. Hey, what's up? Hey, Jim. Nope. No talking aloud. Ah, of course.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
That guy was just like... He was just like, I've been working for 12 hours straight, I just can't be arsed anymore.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favoured me with so much as a single compliment since we set out.
What has Minfilia been saying about Thancred previously? I don't even know.
Did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
Oh.
This is neither the time nor the place.
It's never the time or the place for that topic.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
Is he doing it for love? Is he, he just wants that ass? I don't know. Awkward.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think.
So, do these scholars of Charlayan, get a, honor, do they get, a free course in SAS talk? That's my best guess.
10 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every science. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
Thancred's been surprisingly sincere.
I'm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
Well, ho ho ho.
You mean you don't know? my dearest friend.
Which is why she's never been mentioned before now.
When I finally emerged
I
from
kid,
my
I
coma,
kid.
I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
It's just that simple. Empire security is just on the honor system. You put any key code combination into that and gate and it would let you in. Right, off some more Dar then. Ah. No, they're not inside the Rising Stones. Silly me. That's why I've not paid attention to the map. There they are. Hori Boulder's just like, yeah, you go, girl! Alright, let's have some banter and gossip with various people. What's up, homie, my homie? Drunk deep of the souls. He's a paladin, not a dark knight or a reaper. Oh, lordy. What about you, Tatari? What have you got to say? Everyone's having a good old drink and chill. Oh, Alpha, now stop beating yourself up over that. It's not your fault that the institution you created was so inherently corrupt and rotten it just basically stabbed you in the back. That's the fault of capitalism, my friend. It's gonna be like the opening to Cheers and everything. Alright, the cookie or the staff? It's gotta be the cookie. We're going full cookie monster on this. Cookie monster. Alright, next quest. Ooh. We got ourselves one of the Soul Boys as a minion. Nice. Right, Idleshire it is then. And naturally, of course, it would be absolutely pissing it down when we visit. That's not a bad omen or anything at all. The news I have is that no one brought an umbrella. So yeah, Heidelin's been pulling those Deus Ex Machinas. Interesting. Oh, the anti-tower. So basically just a dungeon, then. Alright, let's go speak to Mattia. So we can go access this anti-tower. It's not a JRPG if you aren't at least plundering some sort of, like, long abandoned tower at some point during the course of the story. Alright. Let's go see the old witch, see if she's built her gingerbread house yet. See how many children she's captured this week. Do 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 do. So I suspect there's going to be a dungeon coming up, and I would love to do it as a Lancer, but I may, just to expedite the stream a bit, do it as either a warrior or a white mage. We shall see. We shall see. Poor Mattia, she's just so put on constantly. No entry. That's what that says there. Again, there's just contriving reasons why none of them will come and help me in person. Oh, dear, oh dear. So basically, Fancred, you're going to be spending your time in Matoya's cave sweeping the floor. Alright, if you insist. Alright, it's time to ascend or descend the anti-tower, depending on whichever way it goes. Alright, let's do this as a white mage. I've not done some healing on stream for a while. And this is why having a white mage is handy, because you can just immediately go straight to a group. And hopefully I don't die horribly in this and cock it up, because I have no idea what to expect in this dungeon. Oh shit, it really is underground or upside down. I wasn't even kidding when it turned out it was like some sort of weird dungeon. We're stuck up here! Let us down! Poor frogs. Alright, let's go. Keep using that holy magic. Whee! From my experience thus far of doing healing, it's actually shockingly easier as a level 60 white mage than at 50, most just because of the Lily system. You just get these free heals that are just super strong. So far, so good. We'll be up to the first boss in a moment, I suspect. Evil giant toad! Let's go! I've been toaded! How rude! Ah! This is bad. Okay. Alright, we've recovered. No problem so far. Oh, you can't say the rest of it. That's copyright infringement. We're going to have to pay the Jim Henson Company royalties. We can't do that. Evil treasure chest. Now it really is D&D. Open doors, kill you dead, of course. This is a very chill dungeon thus far, though. Oh, we got more of him. Yeah, we got a lot of enemies here. Let's gather them all up. Drop some holies. And the size, why not? Coming out of the bloody woodwork here. Nice. And that's a Spriggan on a rock. Named Ziggy. This game is amazing. I love it. Make some space. Ziggy has Stardust attacks. Oh my god, we got the Bowie references. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to end up having run out of space here by the look of it. So I need to put as much damage into this as I can. What's up, Zin? Hope you're doing alright, mate. Now I'll just finish this one off. No point in taking the other ones out. What next? We're going to fight the spiders from Mars. Can't be a good boy. So we've had Kermit the Frog, we've had Bowie in this dungeon. That's pretty great. I'm all for this. I'm just waiting for Black Star next. Get some new loot, some glamour, some fashion. That's put me in a Bowie mood now. I mean, we have a dancer in here, so that's the Let's Dance reference sorted already. Oh! What? Come play with us, Shadon. Forever. And ever. Creepy dolls! Sure. Why the hell not? Oh, they're not quite ready yet. Oh no! I got an evil light on me. I don't like this. Oh, good. Dodged it. That should keep us safe for now. Hey, that was awesome. I demand a refund on this doll. That's Matoya's doing that, I'm convinced of it, and I'm gonna have words with that witch when I get back! Take your creepy dolls, woman! Ooh, I'll definitely have that. Ah, that's rubbish. Alright, that's the answer cleared. Let's go find Minfilia. I got a threefold player commendation. See, I'm not crap at this game. Occasionally. Uh-oh. Oh god, it's Heidelin's road safety crossing message again! Where did I get that crystal from anyway? Was I carrying it in a pouch or was it just up my butt? Who knows?
Through time and space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst. We are the word of the mother. We, who were once called Minfilia.
Oh! This...
Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word.
I'm not cool with this Heidelin.
Heidelin guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and delivered unto the ethereal sea.
This is not cool, Heidelin. This is not cool at all.
There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed for those we had lost, for those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice, one will, one word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world.
I'm gonna give credit to Minfilia's voice actress here. She's really selling there's just a touch of hesitation in some of the words, like, I don't want to be, like, literally possessed by this giant crystal.
Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think.
I mean, why does Heidelin even need an avatar? Heidelin's been talking to my brain all the way through the game, basically, from Realm Reborn onwards. Did Heidelin just want, like, oh, she's pretty, I'll possess her, why the fuck not? Zoom.
Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound.
You know, binding things inside the core of moons has never been a good thing in this story thus far.
Thundering star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard.
Will this be on the test?
Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease.
The Ascians never take lunch breaks.
They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining.
Hey, shouts to Bit of Bailey's, aka Ro, in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well.
Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed.
You know, Heidelin, you'd figure, like, you'd have worked a plan out by now, so this wouldn't keep happening.
The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final. The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea.
Oh, this meeting's adjourned.
Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
Yeah, I have thoughts about what just happened.
Thank the 12.
Mattia, you got some fucked up shit in that tower, I'm telling you now.
Did you find her? Did you find Minfilia?
You all might want to sit down for this.
I'm not sure I understand.
Nor am I. Cryle?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Heidelin than Minfilia. And if Heidelin has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone? But that cannot be! Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Must you be so ungentle?
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die. The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first.
A long path that we have to walk, eh?
If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Always courtesy to a witch on your way out. She might turn you into a pig.
Thancred, wait! No, this is all wrong.
What do you think, Sentient Broom? Do you think that we're all screwed? Ooh. What do we say? So, yeah, Minfilia sacrificed herself to give Hydaelyn a bit more life, I guess. But, God. It's always bad news for the Scions. It's never good times for them. Every like victory they have or good moment is punctuated with the full stop of just something terrible happening. We got a froggy from it though, so it was well worth it. Thanks, Minfilia! I have some suspicions where the story might be going, but I mean, with what just happened with Hydaelyn and having... I mean, Hydaelyn basically tricked Minfilia, or, well, I wouldn't say trick maybe, but like beckoned Minfilia to join with her in order to give her more power? I mean, that's something that none of the others actually knew up front. Like, wouldn't Hydaelyn have been completely like, hey, you know, guys, I'm running on low here. The batteries are getting a bit dry. Would one of you willing to give up your life to keep me going? At least being upfront about it without, like, this kind of deception would have been better. I don't know, like, there's something incredibly off about all of it. But, no time for that. Let's go get pissed with the Ishgardians. We'll figure that all out later. Looking at the menu for tonight's lunch. Tonight's lunch.
Again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present.
Don't ask me to make a speech though. I'm I'm the silent, strong type.
true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples.
We've got the dragon-sized chairs coming in and everything.
You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance.
I mean, are you going to finally recognize me as the Azure Dragoon?
Invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change.
Whatever is necessary seems to be a very common phrase right now.
Tis nothing. Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen.
Look, I'll just go get my White Mage Jobstone and I'll fix you up, Imric. It'll be fine, mate. It'll be fine. Pop a region on you.
It's been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead. I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. It would not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all. Oh, and one more thing. A drink. We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
After what my character's just been through the scene, I think it's going to need to be exceptionally strong drink at that. I love that little facial expression Imric does. Like, he seems to recognize the player character has gone through something, but doesn't ask about it. He can just tell. Like, not everything has to be spelled out in dialogue. For a game, relatively speaking, that's this old, like, they certainly tried with, like, all the facial expressions and such. Let's see, Falcon's Nest, off we go. I can't help but wonder also if the entire story of Heavensward, by which I mean the Dragonsong War, the 1,000 years of fighting between dragons and men, is in some way a parallel between that of a fight between Zodiac and Hydaelyn. Previously two allies, who one which coveted power over the other, forced them to be cast asunder. You know, I can see the comparisons. Alright, let's go and hobnob with the people of Falcon's Nest. Yeah, that would be awkward. Everyone seems pretty... The mood seems positive, which is a relief. Hey, let's see what Artorial has to say. Strange times, eh, Artorial? God, some people just can't let go. Interesting, because you'd think that Lucia would be like, hey, why don't we send the Warrior of Light to the Convictors camp? But no, we're actually going to be looking after Emmeline instead. Okay. Bye. Right. Poor Honor, he's just... Wait for me! So you've already got a dragon here. This peace conference is already underway. It's fine. Alright, let's go deal with some wolves then. In fact, before we do that... Move, damn it! I didn't want to summon you directly on the purple smoke flare of death. Well, that was easy. They paralyzed my chokebo, though. Easy peasy. I mean, we've got dragons turning up and all that, we've got the Convictors, but it's wolves that are the real problem, I tell you. You're the abominable bloody snowman next. God, sending poor Thancred off to do busy work. What on earth is that mount? From a distance, it looks like a bunch of hearts revolving around a bomb that's also got like a little, I don't know, like a sail on top of over a seat. Hope you're all enjoying the stream, by the way. Thanks to everyone who's dropped by to say hello, talk in chat, or just hang out and vibe. This won't be a super long one today, because it is a school night and all that. I'll probably be going until around, for now, another hour and a half, I suspect. Or at the very least, until this particular quest chain's out of the way. You'll know it when you see it. Oh, okay, that was easy enough. Alright, Falcon's Nest it is then. That's the Butterfinger mount! The fucking Butterfinger mount! I thought Final Fantasy had its most strangest product placement or product promotion with, what was it, Super Noodles in the UK? Or some nonsense like that. It was like a Final Fantasy VII remake promotion. Fucking oh my god. What next? Do you get like some sort of like giant, I don't know, some sort of like giant goblin mount if you buy a bottle of Pepto-Bismol in the US, like special branded one? God's sake. Right. Time for a beer. Oh, that person's already having a great time, or a bad time, depending on your perspective.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
Do I have to scan the QR code to get the menu? Ah.
Out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks.
My cheeks are purple by default, lady. Look at me! So this is another one of those cutscenes that I've been thinking about this for a while, actually, because in doing some research, like on glamours and such, I was looking for sunglasses, or just generally glasses, and there are shockingly very few of them. I thought there'd be more. But I gave it some thought, and it kind of occurred to me that with all the effort they put into, like, facial expressions, even if the engine itself is rather limited, in, like, relative to, say, a proper AAA game, like, from more recent years, like, they obviously don't want you that hidden all the time. So they've done things like my goggles have just suddenly vanished. Just in case I was wearing, like, a full pot helmet or something that was obscuring the eyes. I mean, you can see there.
A bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all.
This Weatherspoons is shit!
Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time. After all them years of fighting.
I think your giant chicken or turkey needs more polygons, my lady. Have you fed it the right amount of polygons?
When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here. To do my bit.
I know that there was that meme of, like, the very low poly grape bushels that then got upgraded. At some point, people were very sad about that.
He died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
You know, I don't think the dragons are going to fit in here, to be quite honest. Do dragons even eat bread? Oh, the mulled wine!
You were right, mother. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest?
What did you put in this thing? Did you pour antifreeze in it? God damn it!
I say you've earned it.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our fate.
Oh god, it's Realm Reborn all over again. We really need to have some sort of, like, canary person who drinks all of our drinks for us first, just to make sure we've not been poisoned with something. For crying out loud! You'd think we'd have learned by now.
This was never your fight.
Every single time.
My son. They told me he walks in Hallone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting.
I can't get over, I'm sorry, I just can't get over the fact that we can, like, take on Ascians and utterly wreck their shit, but all it takes is one maid with a jug of hot Vimto that's been spiked with Domestos to take out the Warrior of Light. That's all it takes.
Calm, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
The problem is, like, I get what this lady's saying, but if you think about it, if you allow the war to continue for no good reason after this point, there's just going to be more and more, like, mothers and fathers weeping over the graves. Like, I mean, how big does that graveyard need to be? Does it need to cover the entirety of Falcon's Nest? It's got to stop at some point, otherwise more people will suffer the same fate, and I can't see that person wishing it on anyone else to lose their son for a war that's completely and utterly, like, a lie.
Of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I!
I'm a rational skeptic!
I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Falcon's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
Forgiven, yes. Forgotten, probably not. That's not the way things work. I mean, just thinking of real life here, like, how many times have you seen, like, US presidents visit, like, Hiroshima and Nagasaki to, like, lay wreaths of remembrance? The idea, again, being that we don't allow these things to happen again. These people have legitimate grievances, but they just...
No.
They don't understand the perspective, like...
I will not let that happen.
That their losses aren't trivialized by all of this.
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping.
Oh, Fancred, just 5 more minutes.
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Which one? It's hard to keep track anymore. I think... Oh dear.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
This maid is just going to throw tons and tons of scalding hot vimto in a dragon's face.
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, I don't get paid enough for this. Nice shot. Although I get the impression when Ameline said, like, stop them, he didn't mean that.
With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward.
Nice one, dipshit.
This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear.
Dravarnians.
I spit on your choices, noblemen. You will take no more from me. No more. No more.
What have you done?
You idiot!
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
He said stop her, he didn't mean shoot her! Oh. Someone's getting put on paid leave. And now, of course, everyone blames him. Just hear that pin drop from a mile away.
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Ooh, Locks could kill. Yikes. One thing that I do wish that this game did was make more I've said this before, but I feel like it's worth repeating here. They made more acknowledgement of race. Like, I'm playing an RR, and there's, like, lore about them that I've read where they're mistaken essentially for dragon people. Like, the offspring, essentially, of dragons and men. You know, Shiva and, like, Hazelgar's bloodline or something like that. And so it'd be neat if there was acknowledgement of that, with like people suspecting my character, because like, well, you're a dragon person, you're clearly biased, blah 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 blah. Now I understand why they don't do that, because as I've said before, like you've got so many different races, combinations and stuff, they can't accommodate for that all in the script. There's probably like, if it were printed out, it'd be like that thick, if not thicker. It'd be nice though. Okay, the mood is looking a bit sour. What about you, Mr. Merchant? Well, the snap poll of how people feel is leans towards the pretty bad. Oh dear. They're gonna skin Emmeline alive at this point. Ooh, weapons. Nice. I suspect he'll be in a cupboard of some description, or possibly the cellar. Surrounded by a fort made entirely of empty wine bottles that he's drank in the past 30 minutes. Uh-oh. He's about to be thrown off a cliff, isn't he, in revenge for what just happened. Yeah, this is bad. Well, if we're gonna do this, might as well take this disguise. Also, there's a kitten here. Aww. You could be the new Honorite. Anyway. Let's just zoop over in, keep an eye out for him. Ah, there he is.
Au revoir! No! What have they done to you? Onowa! Onowa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
You know, Honora's like been beating the ever-living shit out of, like, I thought he'd like crack ribs and stuff, but oh.
Honora?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairujin without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
You know you can't speak in cutscenes, let me handle this.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Oof.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
I mean, I know it's already cold out here in Falcon's Nest, but holy shit, that went fucking Arctic. Yeah, oh dear. But hey, I got a frog, and I have a cookie. That makes things better, right? Right? Ugh. Alright, which weapon am I going to have? Well, it's not going to be that one. Ugh, definitely not that one. Might have that one, actually. Wink, wink. Ooh. All weapons. Oh, we're about to speak to Imeric and say, yeah, it could have got better. A for effort. Hey, it's Edmond. I thought we'd seen the last of him at the end of the previous questline, but I'm glad he's still around. How do we put this delicately? The knife edge to walk there, yeah. So we're going to stoke the national pride in a way, okay. I mean, speaking as a British man, and given you know, the history of British exceptionalism, all the false bullshit that provided, yeah, this discussion rings very true, sadly. I'm all in for a scrap. Big grand mealy, can't beat that. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with this option because it makes me think of Horchfont. If you're not going to do it for a nation, you're going to do it for the people you give a shit about. That I can absolutely get behind. It makes me think of the fact of the people I've met in America, for example, across various means, like through the fine gaming community. I'd be the first to tell you I think America's a dogshit nation, but there are people in it who are truly exceptional, in spite of it. So, yeah. That's my feeling on that. In fact, Lucy's back in there, isn't she? Alright, let's go speak to Hilda. Right, let's go find Emmeline and just try and make him shake up. I mean, Thancred beat, punched him real hard. Maybe if I start throwing some fire magic his way, he'll, feel a little better. I don't know. Could be a plan. Oh, being the Warrior of Light does not mean that I get to be the man I want to be, unfortunately. Quite the opposite. I can respect that. I mean, that's the point, isn't it, really? If you fuck up, you keep trying. You learn. You dust yourself off. You might get up from the ground bloodied, scarred, wounded emotionally, mentally, whatever, but you keep going. It's difficult, not easy, but you learn from your mistakes. Yeah, and I respect him for saying, nah, fuck the Grand Melee, I'm not doing what my dad says because I want to make my own decisions and own them and own their consequences.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
You know what's funny? We saw earlier about Alpha Nova lamenting the Crystal Braves once more, and he wasn't to blame for that, as I mentioned, really. But so many parallels here of people striving to make things better, and yeah, things go wrong. We stumble, we fall, we get back up again, but what's the alternative?
I do.
We just give up? Just fall into despair. We don't try to make the world a better place. No. Doesn't mean it's easy, but you gotta keep fucking trying.
Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Emanolaine de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You'll take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
I just noticed, by the way, that he had a House Fortem signet ring. I'd be curious if you can get that as a glamour.
All my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
Oh, here we go.
An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend? One more time.
One more time. Yes! We've got the Warrior of Light on our side.
A celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Alright. If we're going to do this Grand Melee, we're going to do it as a Dragoon. Alright. Oh, nice. Burning Fists, can't remember that. I actually don't need any of this, so I'm just going to get the silver pieces. I don't plan on playing any of the other classes, really, to be quite honest. I mean, I already have, like, in my opinion, better looking weapon for the Lancer, so... Ah, but now we get to the crux of it. We get to have some other stuff. I can only think that Merlwib, as I'm a member of the Maelstrom, is going to be like, what the fuck do you think you're doing fighting for Ishgard? You fight for me, you fucking idiot. Fair enough, then. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, it's time for a fight. Hey, I'm okay with that. Yeah, Raban's in this as well, along with Pippin, his son. That's great. I love the fact that the game is willing to go this far to put this appearance on, just for this fight. It's a cute detail.
Well the rules of engagement.
No rules at all! Go for the nuts if you want to! Right, so go for the 1s to the 7th then. Alright then. Seems fair to me.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
I could just see Raban headbutting someone with that. That helmet of his. Oh, look, the gang's all here. Nanamo's got the... I know I should have expected that, but it's just funny. I'm sorry.
Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin.
Is Milward gonna fire a starting gun? Ah, if only. Alright. Let's get to work. Oh, I gotta take out Pippin now! Oh no! Sorry, Pippin. Oh! Looks like I've got to fight Roban. Time for a one-on-one then. Oh! We've got a party crasher! Of course we have. Rob, oh, Fancrest's just like, fuck that! You're without a ticket, mate. Nice! Has Fancred been dual-specking as a monk? I think he's been dealt with, never mind. Alright, no, never mind, he's back up. I hope that there's like a post... I hope there's like a post-fight scene of just like Fancred just leading the Cyclops across the entirety of Eorzea. Ah, crumbs. Nice! Raban's just not to be fucked with. Well, it's time for a one-on-one then. Ah, that smile, I like that. He's like, yeah, this is a battle between friends, but it's gonna be no holds barred. Let's do this. God damn it, Melina, I'm not old! I'm still in my prime! That was awesome. That was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. How did Roban ever lose to Ilberd in the first place, given how strong he is? And Milwib's like, I trained that boy. As in me.
Did he win? Then we...
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard!
Ishgard! Ishgard!
Well fought, my friend. You truly are the warrior of warriors.
Thank the Fury you were on our side.
That reminds me a lot of the fight against... Was it Ritzvin? It was one of the Imperial dudes back at the end of Realm Reborn. The reversion one from 6.1.
My lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Way! Inspiration all around.
Truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
Smooth as ever, Imric, smooth as ever.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn.
So what you're currently not seeing at the moment is the fact that the game has crashed on me. Whoops. Didn't kill the stream, though, surprisingly enough. Which, I don't even. Well, that may mean I have to do the entire thing again, potentially. I don't know. I don't understand how it just crashes sometimes randomly during cutscenes. It just... Fucking hell. Honestly. I could run Crisis on stream better than this. Seriously. Anyway, if you'll bear with me just a moment, I'm going to try and log back in and pick up where we left off. If it turns out the fight is happening again, God, what will I do? Because I don't want to have to repeat the whole thing from the beginning again, to be quite honest. We'll see what happens when I log back in. Yeah, I'm more shocked than anything, though, that it didn't actually just completely decimate my PC, though. The last time that we had such a crash was, in fact, the stream before this one. Where it just fucking... it completely, like, CRT coloured my entire computer. I had to restart it. Still not as bad as the time when I did the Mill Whip cutscene when I first got introduced to her, and I had to actually reinstall my graphics card drivers from scratch. That's how badly bricked it was. I'm hoping that's the case, Parablillion. That would be very welcome. Because I'm sure that like Square, when designing the game, must have thought, what happens if you have like a internet loss during it or something like that? Ah, brilliant! Thank God for that. I'm glad that they considered that. That's very, very good of Square to have designed the game, at least in that way. I would have preferred it were designed in such a way where it didn't just explode, but, well, what can you do? Right, when it starts getting to the dialogue, I'll start zipping through it until we pick up where we left off. I'm having deja vu! Nah, we've seen this all before. I wish I could, like, have a fast-forward, like, video effect. Like, we hear the tape reels going and all that. That'd be neat. Although the last time I skipped a cutscene, it took all the way through to the very end and popped me back out in the open world, which is not what I want. So I'm just going to zip through the dialogue as quickly as I can until we get back to where we were. And hopefully the game doesn't explode again. No. Yeah. Emmeline, like, you found your fire. You're feeling better again. That's great. Cool. Whoop-de-doo. Already seen this. Moving on. He dreams of a day when he might make for a cutscene without being obliterated by a graphics card failure. Things we've already seen. Cutscenes repeating itself. Yeah. Don't break my computer again, you little shit.
The honor was...
I am pleased to see when the time...
Yeah. Alright. This was about where we were before it exploded.
At my behest.
Yes, this was the more exploded. Alright. Place your bets.
It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Rauban.
Yay, my computer didn't explode.
On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
The lowborn ones, though, we kept them out of sight. The rabble's back in the city. No one gives a shit about them.
Ah, yes. The people.
Yeah, the people backstabbed me too. I feel like we have a lot in common, Imeric.
Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
You know, I complained previously like that I felt it'd be better if Nanamo actually did die so we dealt with the lingering consequences of that and like convincing people of the truth. But for one, Ishgard is like the story of Ishgard, like in post-Dragonsong War, is handling that just as well. And now we have her relating her own common point of nearly having been killed for having to try and enact a change. A fundamental sweeping revision to how like her entire nation was run. Her and Imeric have been through quite a bit of similar shit. But I was the one who was poisoned, damn it!
Well,
hey, fine.
That made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way.
Thancred, I'm disappointed you didn't ride back into this area on the Cyclops, having tamed it and made it your own personal mount. Go do it again!
Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle.
Yeah, about that. You know, I did straighten something. It was called my graphics card. God bloody damn it.
'Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as your stoler never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
I'm very surprised Thancred didn't literally just pick up Hilda and just take her somewhere. By which I mean, I just honestly thought, like, you know, he was going to have a little moment with her. But anyway. Hey, Robban. Yep, got my gear back and everything. Let's see what everyone has to say, actually. Alright. Happy to oblige. I don't think I actually even want any of these items, really, because again, I'm not planning on being an Arcanist, I'm not planning on being a Bard, and I already have the glamours I want for the other kit. Like, I mean, this gun here, if I might be honest, it looks piddly. And I have my, like, epic Black Mage weapon, so let's just go with the silver pieces again. I'll just take the cash. Well, it'd be rude not to. What? The emote victory does not exist? What? I will not stand for this. Well, if I have just learned the emote victory, then it's not appearing in my list at the moment, which is a bit awkward. There we go. Ah! That's awesome. That is awesome. I've got to try it with the other ones, actually. Nice! That's sick. That is so sick. Let's try one again. These are all fantastic. They're so perfect for the, like, actual classes that you're playing as. Oh god, it's the Spiked Beagle. That didn't really end in victory for him, though, did it? But anyway. Ooh. Now that, I think I might very well pick up as a glamour for my, for my White Mage. I'm going to assume the blue mage victory pose is just them, like, juggling the... Like, trying to spin the cane around and then just dropping it. Because that's just so very blue mage, isn't it?
My lord!
Hey, he's alright! Woo!
Au revoir, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told so many may find appealing.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
What? Excuse me? What is going on back there?
It would seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our relation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest.
I have to say, the one thing that's bothering me about this little questline now this is happening is we haven't seen the common folks' reactions to the Grand Melee. They're the ones who, like, well, we saw the scene in Falcon's Nest, the ones who are disgruntled and such. So this gesture of the Grand Melee and doing and all that is all well and good, but I want to see some reaction from them.
With Racevelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations. Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Stola and the others.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
You know, I keep forgetting how tiny Alphino is compared to my character. I mean, I'm playing an Aura anyway, and Aura are fucking huge. But, like, I mean, look at that. It's ridiculous. Alright, so Falcon's Reach then. For take 2 of the Peace Conference. We're doing it over. At least it's not bloody snowing this time around. No, never got nothing else to do. Let's make this happen. Nope. All the various random folk have been cloned. You can see them all wearing the same outfits. Hey, the whole gang's been assembled.
The appointed hour approaches.
Aye.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
I'm Rick, dude. Like, if you want to go off script, that's all well and good. Just
Have I ever done otherwise?
literally playing with fire here. Just saying. This is the point where he's got like a giant stack of cue cards. Oh god.
Ah, how long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearned to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer. Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me. Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us.
I mean, there's no necromancer class yet, so of course that can't happen.
But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Like I was saying before, if you just keep repeating the cycle of hatred, you're just going to make the graveyards bigger. Pile the bodies ever more.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Peace! Do it!
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
It's gonna have that line from Monty Python Life of Brian. Romas, Domis, whatever it is. Roman's going, Vidofnir is surprised. That's amazing.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Oh, oh hell. Oh, cock. God damn it, Cindy, are you just sour because I replaced you with a tiny wind-up version of you that's far less pissy?
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thornton? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace?
I think this is the first time from my memory that I've actually seen Estinian's face.
Hearken unto me, all of you. The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair. For none shall scape my wrath. None shall scape my revenge.
I could just shoot him, you know. Bang!
7 hells.
I could easily raise you all now, but I won't. Bye! Yeah, should we do a peace conference free?
While he lives, we'll never know peace.
He's...
There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
I guess my time as a Dragoon is not yet over. I love the look, by the way, of the eyes in Estinian's armor. That was fucking messed up. Reminded me of Soul Calibur, actually. Oh, that's okay. Good. I thought Vidofnir was fucking dead. Camp Dragonet, okay. Where the journey to Ishgard began. Hopefully we can have some privacy. Oh god, is this poison too?
Forgive me. That took longer than expected.
Alpha, no, if you're gonna fucking poison me, like, just please no. It's happened one time too many already.
You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might be.
We're not touching that mug at all, are we?
It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I. In our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshvon called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her. Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emeric and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emeric is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try.
One thing I should probably mention is that you haven't seen me do it on stream, of course, because I kept it as a surprise for the end of Realm Reborn, and I had no idea that Estinian would even be still relevant at this point, but I actually already did fight him the once at the end of the quest line. The level 50 Dragoon quest, specifically. So it feels only fitting that if I'm going to fight him again, that I should do so as a Dragoon as well. But Alphino has the right of it. Platitudes and all of that, you know, it's all well and good to have, like, a grand cause for, like, saving the world, but how about we just start with saving the people that we care about? Keep losing too many. We don't want, as Matoya said, to have more people throw themselves on the bonfire. Right. Back to Ishgard. Oh, wrong place. Force of habit. And Tasha would know all about that. She is the, you know, the purse keeper and all that. Yeah, let's not talk about Minfilia. I could probably do with a new set of warrior armor, to be honest. The one I've got is getting a bit outdated. At least in terms of look. Is that going to be B stance now or something like that?
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still. To the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
Uh-oh. Fucking Gary Oak has shown up again. Don't worry, you'll like me.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price.
How many prices are we going to pay here? My God!
For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
Oh, I hate the encore, honestly. Ugh. Meanwhile, back with Papalimo and Nita. Ooh, revelationary things going on. I was a nobody until I put on the mask. And there we have it. That's the end of that particular main story quest line. The Gears of Change. That was, again, excellent. Lots to think about. Let's talk about like a continuation of the anti-war themes and how it's not easy for either side to get over, well, all of that 1,000 years of rage and hatred. I mean, beyond the like obvious distinction between one being a dragon and one being a person, like that Maid and Nidhogg, are they really all that different? Certainly I'd say Nidhogg is the far angrier of the two. He's just pure omnicidal rage at the moment, but yeah. Not a huge breadth of difference there. And maybe here the lesson here is that ultimately people who are just too far gone, like if they will see wars to its end, then they just have to be stopped. They won't be parlayed with, they won't be reasoned with. What other recourse is there? Who knows? But that's a discussion for a different time. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, whether you catch this on the board or right now. As always, click the usual social media bullshit. You know how the call to arms and actions work and all that crap. I'll not bore you to death with it. Hope you all take care. I'll more than likely be back this Friday for a longer Heavensward stream. A couple of hours, a couple of beers, the usual good stuff. But yeah, thank you very much everyone who's joined. It's been a pleasure as always. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I will see you all very soon. Good night.